A huge dominance of Porsche in Qatar if we consider also the Prologue. Except for the free practice 3, Porsche 963 dominated all the sessions at Losail International Circuit. And with that we had the car number 6 Porsche Penske Motorsport as the overall winner with Andre Lotterer, Estre and Laurens Vanthoor. This was the first victory of Porsche in the hypercar era and the first overall win from the German manufacturer since the 6 hours of Circuit of the Americas race in 2017. So how did it happen at the WC season opener? So let's discover it now. First, let's remember how Porsche was before Qatar to understand this situation better. The German manufacturer returned to the top class in WC in 2023 with the LMDH prototype 963 car. There were big expectations that they would return very strong and end Toyota's dominance. However, this was not the reality. Throughout the season, Porsche suffered a lot with mechanical issues, especially at Spa-Francorchamps and Le Mans races, besides the lack of performance. But in 6 hours of Fuji round, we had the first hope from Porsche when the 6 became the leader at the first lap and led the race for 4 hours until being overtaken by the Toyotas and finished in third position. And that meant Porsche was really improving the performance of the 963 car, considering that in IMSA, the German manufacturer was able to win races in the GTP class at Long Beach, Road America and Indianapolis rounds. And before the beginning of 2024 season, as in IMSA and also in WC, Porsche focused a lot on the reliability of the 963 car, which was the main trouble in 2023. And fortunately Porsche was able to fix the reliability issues, and this was proven at the Rolex 24 at Daytona race, because Porsche was the only manufacturer not having any kind of mechanical issues at the GTP class and was able to win the race with the car number 7 from the Penske team. And now here comes the facts in Qatar. First of all, we need to talk about the balance of performance in Qatar. Porsche had 1030 kilograms, a maximum power of 505 kilowatts and a maximum energy per stint of 900 megajoules. And about its main opponents, Ferrari had 1075 kilograms, 503 kilowatts as the maximum power and a maximum energy per stint of 902 megajoules. And Toyota had the heaviest car in the hypercar class with 1089 kilograms, a maximum power of 510 kilowatts and 914 megajoules as the maximum energy per stint. So here comes the prologue sessions at Qatar. On the first day, Hertz Team Jota Car 12 was the leader at session 1. However, there were only 3 cars at the hypercar class because this session was optional due to the freight delays, and teams needed to choose if they would be or at session 1 or 4. To be in both sessions was not allowed. And in session 2, with all the cars on track, Hertz Team Jota Car 12 was the fastest of the day with 1:45.41. And this was the first signal that Porsche 963 car was being the strongest car at Qatar. And on the second prologue day, it was Penske's turn to be fastest team at Qatar, with the car number 5 being the leader as at session 3 and also at the session 4. And with that, everyone was asking if Porsche would be dominating at the Qatar round. And according to the Porsche Penske Motorsport managing director Jonathan Diugwood, it was not sure if the team would be dominating at Losail. So here comes the free practice sessions of 1812 kilometers of Qatar, and once again we had Porsche Penske team leading on the first day on Thursday, with the car 5 being the fastest car at free practice 1 with 1:42.486, and the car 6 was the leader at free practice 2 with 1:39.990. And on the second day on Friday, Porsche was not the leader, but was second and fourth with Penske and third with Jota. And later on in the qualifying session, all the Penske and Jota cars were able to go to the hyperpole session, with Matt Campbell at car 5 being the fastest with 1:39.154. And at the hyperpole, once again the car 5 was the fastest of the session, and Matt Campbell got the pole position with 1:39.347. The car 12 Hertz Team Jota was third with 1:39.622, and the 6 Porsche Penske was fifth with 1:39.981. And now let's talk about the race on Saturday. Both Porsche Penske cars didn't have a good start, with car 5 falling to second position and car 6 falling to 8th position. But besides that, the performance was favorable for Laurens Vanthoor and started to recover positions and didn't have too much difficulty overtaking the cars in front of him. And when the 6 was in second place in lap 37, the Ferrari AF course number 50 car got a drive-through penalty for crossing white line at pit entry, and this is not allowed. On lap 54, with Nico Muller getting a mistake at turn 1 due to the traffic, Laurens Vanthoor was able to become the new leader of the race. And after that, we had the dominance of the number 6 car. However, despite the long gap between the 6 and the second place, the task was not easy as everyone was imagining, especially at night. During the last 2.5 hours race, Kevin Estre had some incidents with contacts with Lexus number 87 Cody's ASP driven by Takeshi Kimura 2 times, and also a contact with a Mustang from Proton competition. And that caused damages in the left side pod and floor of car number 6. And because of the damage in the left side pod, the car 6 was without the number panel at the left side, which is mandatory in every car. So at lap 329, Kevin Estre made an emergency pit stop just to stick the number panel. And everything was under control because the 6 had a long gap of 1 minute and 26 seconds from the second place. And with that, the victory was almost guaranteed for the 6 crew. And at lap 334, we had the most dramatic moment of the race when car 93 suddenly lost power when it was in second place and stopped on the track because the Peugeot was running out of fuel. And this was really heartbreaking because the 93 crew was deserving of the podium after a great performance in Qatar. And after that, the car 12 Hertz Team Jota got second place and the 5 Penske went to third place. And with that, we had a 1-2-3 finish for Porsche cars at the Hypercar class, with the Porsche Penske 6 crew being the winner, Hertz Team Jota 12 in second place and Porsche Penske number 5 in third. It was the 4th time in history we had a 1-2-3 for the same manufacturer in the WC history, and the last time it happened was at 6 Hours Spa in 2013 when Audi did the same at the LMP1 class. And this was the first time that Porsche 963 won a race in the WC Hypercar class, and the first win for the German manufacturer since in Coda in 2017. Besides, Toyota has struggled with the BOP, and because of that, they were not very competitive in Qatar. We are finally watching the true potential of the Porsche 963 car for the next races, and will obviously fight very hard for the victories in the WC. And with that, what's your opinion about Porsche's victory at Qatar? Do you think that Porsche will be dominating again in the WC top class? Can we expect to see Porsche fighting strongly, especially at Le Mans race this year? So tell me your opinion in the comment sections below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not lose any more videos about WC and IMSA, because soon we're gonna have content about the 12 hours of Sebring race. We see you in the next video.